Kom. Bosse. Bosse. In. Ja. Ja. Billy. When it is this icy, you need studs on your shoes just to walk around.
Kan vi se på den, eller?
Today we are going bird watching on snowshoes. It is mid-April and many of the migrating birds have come back and are just waiting for the snow to go away so they can start nesting. But here in Finnmark, northern Norway, at 70 degrees north, there are still a lot of snow in mid-April, even if some areas are windblown and have no snow. The snow is too loose to walk on just on your feet, and using skis are not optimal either, due to the windblown parts. Therefore, we are using snowshoes. The Stabbursdalen Nature Reserve are located on both sides of the Stabburselva river delta and include some of the country's largest continuous shallow water areas and are therefore one of the most important wetlands for birds in Norway. There are among others recorded 23 species of ducks, including 6 goose species and 25 species of wading birds in the reserve. The nature reserve has special significance for the rare and red-listed lesser white-fronted goose who rests in the reserve during spring and autumn. We are heading out on the cape to a nature shelter, or a gapahuk. There we can enjoy watching birds in relative comfort. It is just a 1 kilometer walk, and after half a kilometer the path goes up a steep slope to the top edge of the cliffs. From the top we have a very good view of the river delta. Snowshoeing is an incredible way to explore snowy landscapes without sinking into deep snow. It allows you to reach remote areas and enjoy winter scenery and get a great workout at the same time. Unlike skiing, snowshoeing doesn't require much skill. You can pick it up quickly and it's accessible to all fitness levels. Plus, it's quiet and peaceful, making it perfect for appreciating nature. Nature shelters are as essential as architecture can be. It is often the minimum required construction needed for comfort and shelter from wind and weather, and are designed to be open and inviting spaces, allowing you to connect with nature in comfort. The river delta is also a feeding ground for the Sami's semi-domesticated reindeers. Birds are to many the very essence of living nature, flying creatures in all shapes, colors, sizes, and endlessly fascinating. Today's highlights are black-headed gulls, who are red listed as critical endangered, European herring gulls, who are red listed as vulnerable, and oyster catchers, who are red listed as near threatened. Other interesting birds we have observed were the great black-backed gull, who is the largest member of the gull family, and common gulls. We also observed common shelducks, mallards, and crows. I hope you have enjoyed this video and click the like button. And also subscribe if you want to see more of our adventures at 70 degrees north. Thank you for watching.
Er det mulig, altså? Er det mulig, altså?
Ja, de er ikke redd.
Nei.
Jeg kan få by 2 lam, og så blir ulla borte, så blir det bare et velst. Det er ikke akkurat velst. Det er ganske sliten.
Ja.
Så det... Jon Inge, han fikk jo 100 sikkert.
Ja. Hun sto veldig fint.
Ja, og så lett, altså, maskinen kan ikke den dekkhåret, det bruker være mye lamomil. Det er det toppa. Ligger på sne, så det er litt bra og sånt, for det er dyr og sånt.
Skal vi lite mat i dag?
Man skal gjøre det motsatt.
Og med glemmer du så jeg kanskje.
Ja, hun prøvde en gang nå, så vet hun kanskje at det
Ja.
trenger å prøve flere. Hun igjen, ja, men så er det Jinda, hun kan nok være, hun som aldri er slitt, hun vet ikke hva som skjer.
Nei, men det.
Ja. Hvis det går flere dager før de er født og man klipper,
Ja.
og så da bruker man å stikke
Ja.
av igjen ut igjen.
Nei.
Ja, det var ikke farlig. Ja.
Nei da. Er ikke du mer? Ja. Da var hun ferdig. Da var hun fornøyd.
Ja, det bruker å se litt stygt ut like etter, men det går bra. Det er ut på sommeren så
Jo
forsvinner.
da.
Jeg ser flere her borte, de har begynt å levne mageulla.
Ja.
Så den der lammet som er til venstre, den blir akkurat likedan som mora i
Ja.
pelsen.
Ja. Men er det søyelam eller er det værlam?
Ja, det skal jeg sjekke når jeg kommer med versk.
As a descendant of the old Norwegian sheep, the old Norwegian spal is among the most original of sheep breeds. They are trusting of humans while still retaining many good natural instincts. They can live outside all year round, are good mothers and are good at finding their way around nature. One of the reasons for the increased popularity is the beautiful fur in a wide range of colors. Black, grey, bluish, brown, coffee latte, white, mouflon color and what is called English blue. Typically the coat is long and the wool quality is well suited for handicraft purposes.
mye for mer av figging?
Jeg håper ikke alle fikk
Hva du sa? Italiensk vannhund? Nå kommer det land, så vi får tak i billig.
we going today, Christian?
Heaven.
Fishing salmon in Stabburselva. We had to wait out a quite severe thunderstorm before we could start on our trip. You can see it's still some rain in the air. It is 7 in the evening when we head for our first place to fish, Fossekulpen, or the Falls Pool, some 5 kilometers from where we have parked the car. Stabburselva has its source on the Finnmarksvidda plateau north of Finnmark's largest lake, Isjavre. From Stabbursvannet, the river flows calmly northwards in an open, wide valley before it cuts through a mighty canyon, Rautosavsi, with steep walls and large landslides about 20 kilometers from the Porsangerfjord. And this is where we are going. Below the gorge, the valley opens out into a wide terrace landscape and flows into a delta area in the Porsangerfjord. Stabburselva is known as one of the better salmon rivers in Norway, and for its large salmon up to a record of 29 kilos. The largest sea trout caught in the river was 12 kilos, and the Arctic char has a size of up to 2 kilos. Today, Stabburselva is salmon bearing up to Njokafossen, approximately 30 kilometers from the sea. It is almost 11 and starting to get dark when we start for Ospkulpen, or the Aspen Pool, some 3 kilometers further up the river, where we are going to have our camp. It is almost midnight when we arrive at Ospkulpen. Christian makes his own tube flies, and you can see they're quite colorful, some of them. And he uses a treble hook when he fishes with them. Christian fished also during the night and the early morning, and he had some salmon on the hook, but they got away.
Tack. Ah.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Do you think I should make more videos like this? Let me know in the comments. hva det tror. Kan ikke holde på sånn som det der. Så spise opp her da. Så spise opp her. Kan det ta det da? Er det du? Er det du? Er det dustehester? Er det dustehester? It's the end of September and it's starting to get cold, especially in the nights. So the grass isn't growing very much anymore. So therefore we give the horses some extra hay. And now they are waiting to get more. Even with 10 acres of land, it's not quite enough grass for 9 horses. Then we have a full load of grass to take down to the horses. It's a beautiful Sunday morning in the end of September, and I'm walking the dogs. And I will take you along on one of my favorite paths to walk here. This is actually an old riverbed we are walking alongside, and when it's raining quite a lot there is water in the old riverbed, and when it gets dry it dries out. Right now it's very nice with water in the riverbed, and you have the autumn colors in the trees, leaves on the ground. It's actually the horses who have made this path. They also love walking here along the old riverbed. There is no wind today, and it's very quiet, so you can hear birds still remaining here. There is a magpie, and there are some tits and other birds as well. Thank you for taking along with me. I hope you enjoyed this little trip as much as I do. If you wonder why we live up here at 70 degrees north with the eternal light and the eternal night, that's one of the reasons. Today me and Billy are going to take you along on one of our favorite Sunday hikes. It's Sunday, October the 5th, and we have some autumn colors left still. There have been quite strong winds, so most of the leaves in the trees are gone. But on the ground we still have some quite nice colors. We are going to a little lake where we are going to have some coffee and a little rest and just enjoying this very nice Sunday afternoon. It's 6 degrees centigrades and some wind, so we have some extra clothing just not to become cold on a trip like this. It's not obvious where we should take off this path to come to Gottjord, but it's actually here. Billy. There are a few berries left still. You have the black ones, or blackberries, or crowberries. They're very good for thirst quenching. Quite sweet. Very good. Most of this area is made out of old riverbeds, and here we have one side of an old riverbed where we are going up. Freak ut, Billy. And here I like to take a right turn and just go over here and look at the river, Madarjokka. Down here you have the river Madarjokka, which ends up in Stabburselva, Stabburs river. And this river ends up in Madarjavri. And actually it's a special type of Atlantic salmon that goes up here and spawn in the lake where we are going. Yep, Billy. Go. And here we also have the northernmost pine forest in the world. And you can see some of those pines up front. Right here it's almost only birds. And I love this view here. You can sit here with the right light and see the salmon running up the river. And in the years when we have the pink salmon runs, we have them in the pools down here as well. Right now it's a bit late for that. Yep. It's quite easy to walk here, so get some heartbeat up the hill and so on, but here you can slow down again. Gee, I want Billy to go on the edge here. Stop. And down here we have a rowan. They are can be quite colorful, and they, very often they turn very red. So the old Norwegian name for this rowan was raun, which is the same as red. Yep. Gee. Yep. And there we have one of the pine trees. Yep. Oh, there were some quite nice crowberries. Huge and juicy. The pine trees can become quite like sculptures. Very many different shapes. You have the young ones straight up, and then you have older ones, like this one has been struggling with weather for years and years and turned almost into a sculpture-like tree. I love these pine trees. Come, Billy. And down here we have a small falls, and to make it easier for the salmon to run up the river here, it's built what we call stairs on this side. And if you ever been wondering why we choose to live here up at 70 degrees north with the eternal light and the eternal night and the cold winters and so on, it's just to be able to experience hikes like this, eating berries on the ground, and watch the colors in the trees and the leaves, just enjoying a Sunday afternoon That's why. And here is the Lake Gottjord. This one is quite special. Come. The creek in and out are on the same end of the lake. So first we are going to cross the creek where the water flows out, and then come on. And then we are crossing the river where the water is flowing in. And here is G, where we are going to cross G, the creek. Sånn, ja. Billig. Drink it. When we are going to cross a creek like this, or a river, I always open my backpack, so if I fall in I can take it off. Billy? Ja, stå. There are actually a couple of swans swimming in the lake. It looks like at least one white adult, and it looks like a smaller one, grey one. It's probably one adult with a young one. And here we are going to cross the inlet river. Kom. Yep. It's easier to walk up here where you see the rocks. Right here it's very difficult. Ah, nice colors. And here we are again approaching the pine forest, where it really starts to become a forest. Here you can see an old tree stump. They used to log here before, mostly before the Second World War, 1940s, and then they stopped. You can see it's quite big trees. The trees in this forest can be as much as 500 years old. Difficult to know how old this one was, but here you can see and there are more of them around here. Today you need a special permit to take out the pine, and no one actually does it. Here's also an old tree stump. Nice colors. I love the fall with all the colors. Even if it's a bit cold, you learn how to dress, and then it's just nice. There is another tree stump. Nice old tree. It's quite gnarly here at the bottom. Because of the rocky ground, it's almost impossible to find a place to put up a tent here. You can use hammocks. Then there are just almost like one small spot where you can put up a tent, and that's here. There are no big rocks in the bottom, and you can find a nice place to sleep. Here is a nice spot for a fire. And here we have been many times, and we have also spent some nights here in hammocks. Here we have been quite a few times, even if it's hard to find a place to put up a tent. You can put up hammocks, and we have some earlier videos of that. You can follow the link up here. And the swan is swimming with its young one up there. Very nice spot. To sit on. Oh, don't get cold. Yes. And we have some coffee. Jo! Ännu mer kaffe. Warm jacket. My head and some snacks. Yeah, good. Yeah. And some snacks for Billy. Nice warm coffee. Then I have to choose between peanut and chocolate muesli bar and milk chocolate and coconut muesli bar. I think I'll go for the peanut. I'm looking at the swan. It's coming back over here. Det kan være her. Ja, legge seg her. Ja. Billy has just seen the swans. He thinks they are scared. Nei da. Det går bra. Billy, det går bra. Nei. Billy has found a nice spot just behind my back. And we also have the crowberries right here. Don't have to do anything, just pick them and just squeeze the juice out of them. Very good. I love this. Me and Billy and a very nice spot. With a cup of coffee. Life's good. One of the reasons why I love this place is the variety of what you can experience. Meeting a swan like we did today, that's new. I've never approached swans here before. There are other lakes around here, yes, but not here. And you have you can see ducks. They like this lake. And in the forest here you have all kinds of forest birds, also some jays, teats. You never know. Different weather, different time of the year. It's always something special you can experience. So if you wonder why we live up here at 70 degrees north with the eternal light and the eternal night, that's one of the reasons. You can just go hike for half an hour and there is no one else there but yourself and my dog and some wildlife. That's quite exclusive. A couple of weeks ago we found ourselves caught in a polar low with strong gales and gusts of storm on our way home from North Cape. We had to wait several hours for the chance to join a convoy heading south, out of the foul weather. High up in Arctic northern Norway, polar lows can come out of nowhere, bringing gales and storms. In winter, roads are closed at short notice as they are filled with snow, making visibility zero. There are very few places where alternative routes exist. If you're lucky, a convoy will be organized, and then it's essential to be well prepared, as the snow clearing crew can refuse you entry if you're running low on fuel or battery power. Other reasons for refusal include technical faults with the car or poor tires. If you haven't got proper winter clothing, you might also be turned away, left to wait it out. A situation that could stretch into days or even weeks. For the road users' safety, there are restrictions on how many can join each convoy. There cannot be more people in a convoy than a rescue team would have the capacity to recover. For safety reasons, there cannot be more than one convoy on the route at the same time. Even with convoy driving, the experience is often quite nerve-wracking. In these harsh northern climates, being prepared could mean the difference between making it through the storm or waiting out its wrath for days on end. Have you ever experienced driving in a convoy? Where did you experience this? Please let me know in the comments below. Would you like us to make more videos like this? Please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
Kan vi ta den fra det? Vi tar den fra det.
It's the 23rd of December and I and the dogs are going to fetch our Christmas tree. We have a tradition for going out in the forest and finding a nice tree on the 23rd. And then in the evening, when all the kids are there, we are going to set it up and make it fine. And you'll see that later on in this little video. The 23rd is one of the darkest days in the year. It's just 2 days since the sun started rising again. And this is in the middle of the day, so we have a little bit of daylight, and I'm going to use that to look for a nice tree. These pines were planted many years ago, some 40 years ago, and even if they grow very slow up here at 70 degrees north, there are still some of them who have the right size to be a Christmas tree. This one could be a nice tree, but it doesn't look too good down here, so I have to look for another one. Too small. Too small and crooked. Too big. Actually, here is one. I think I'll go for this one. Dogs are waiting impatiently, and
other side of the fence. And I'm going to take down the tree. A very nice tree, just perfect to put in our living room. Have it probably good start.
Yeah. Skal vi finne fram det store pekepapirkasset?